The ICC Champions Trophy 2025 is reaching the business end. Only one more league game will remain after the end of the South Africa versus England match in Karachi. And that is India versus New Zealand in Dubai on Sunday. But after that, when the Champions Trophy ends on March 9th, there is going to be a lot of questions on the ODI format. Because Pakistan is hosting it after 29 years, but the crowds have been so little. Barring Afghanistan matches, barring Australia versus England, you see even India games in Dubai, not every stadium has been filled to capacity. Even when you look at it, India-Pakistan also, initially it was slow, then it picked up. Ravichandran Ashwin in his YouTube channel and in the program titled Ash Ki Baat, he mentioned certain things about the ODI format which needs to change and whether there is a future. But he has accused the ICC of a big thing. Because when you look at it, about the Champions Trophy, Ravichandran Ashwin mentioned, before Afghanistan versus England match, I was wondering whether there is any future for ODI cricket. CT was just so monotonous. If you look at this particular Champions Trophy, there have been only two thrillers. Australia versus England, but that was also a very lopsided thriller if you look at it. You look at England versus Afghanistan, that was a thriller. But apart from that, every other game has been one-sided. It has meandered along, and that is why Ashwin has raised this particular concern. But he has also accused the ICC of a big thing, and that is nullifying India's advantage with a rule change. Because Ashwin has slammed the ICC when he stated, until 2013-14, ODIs was played with only one ball. Before 2015, the new rule was implemented where 5 fielders were allowed in the circle and 2 balls were introduced. Those 2 new balls that were introduced in the ODI thing changed the entire format. That rule was to nullify India's spin domination. Because what that happened, after that he's reiterated further by stating, because you made the rule change, reverse swing is gone. And role for finger spinner was also eliminated. Now look at it. 2 new balls. How will you get conventional swing and also reverse swing after maybe 15-20 overs? Either the outfield has to be totally rough or you need some extra special skill. But because of the rule changes in the fielding and in the bowling, 5 fielders in the circle, 2 outside, finger spinners have been taken out of the equation totally. As they say, if it seems, it spins. In this case, 2 new balls, flat wickets, bigger bats, smaller outfields has meant there is no advantage for the finger spinner anymore. Now, as far as ODI format is concerned, Ravichandran Ashwin believes 2027 is the tipping point. Because he says the 50-over World Cup in South Africa is going to be a challenge for the ICC. It is at the brink of a decision being made. ODIs are meandering along. Is there a place for 50 overs in today's cricket? 2027, that's why a question was asked when Virat Kohli was reaching this landmark of 300 ODIs. Are ODIs going to be there? Is Virat Kohli the last individual who might get to 300 ODIs? Maybe, maybe not. But the future, if you look at ODIs, is just 2 years away. If 2027 ODI World Cup or 2031 ODI World Cup cannot get in the audiences, then I think the ODI format needs to be just pushed back into the background. Now, there is one very interesting thing that Ravichandran Ashwin's pointed out. Change of ball. Now remember, until the 21st century, ODIs were played with the red ball. Once it changed to white and colored clothing, it changed everything. Because that's what Ashwin's saying. ODIs used to be played with the red ball. It is time to seriously give a thought about this particular format of the game. Why don't you play ODIs with the red ball? Forget day-night. If you want the format to succeed, play with red ball. But again, the broadcasters with their usual thing, timings, wherever you go, how can every match be a day match? That is the one problem that is there. So, Ravichandran Ashwin has criticized the ICC for the rule change, but he's also questioned the viability of ODIs. Do you agree with his comments? You can write to us in the comments below. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.